back to Controversy on TAN Network, where we'll finally one day know where to look at the cameras correctly.
You found it?
Well, now. Hello.
Hello.
All right, now the next story is by Golfy.
Yeah.
Indonesia's
Aceh?
Oh, Aceh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Are you going to finish the sentence or should I?
Indonesia's Aceh. I was going to say Aceh, but I was like, Aceh. It's like, yeah, exactly. My English is very bad.
I think it's Aceh. I guess it's Aceh. I think.
It's actually Aceh.
Right.
It really is.
I have no idea what they were
I'm feeling like a
talking about.
complete dick at the moment, but that's okay.
It's a place in Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia's Aceh implements tight pants
ban.
What?
Yeah, because you know Indonesia is mainly, well,
Muslim.
mostly,
Yes.
not all,
Yeah.
Muslim. So they have this law, it's called Islamic Sharia law.
Yeah.
Remember we talked
Sharia
about,
law?
yeah,
Right,
we
right.
talked about
Yeah.
like in France where they try to ban
About
the
the
veil,
veil.
the
Yes.
full
Right.
veil.
Yeah.
Well, in Indonesia, this is like the opposite because they ban all the tight pants for women.
Wow.
You know how we have like jeans?
pants.
Yeah,
Tight
jeans.
pants.
Like jeans
Yeah.
considering tight because now these
They think
days,
they show figure.
see that? That's like that.
No,
Right,
they're not
right,
that tight.
No, it's not, but for the Islamic community.
Yeah, of
So
course,
anything
yeah.
that will show
Point
that
of view.
figure.
No, hang on. So you're talking about just female race or men also?
Female.
That's just
What
so
if
bad.
what if it's a flowy? It's not tight, but it's a flowy pants. So when you walk, it shows your figure anyway.
Yeah,
That
you're right.
I don't.
Would they count that?
They didn't really. Well, there's nothing to explain that in
Yeah.
here. But the law is that now the government has came up with this idea of having a law to ban all the Islamic women or Muslim women who wearing jeans like the type that taper down your thighs
Yeah, I
and
understand.
to your ankles. And what they did is they now put on one of the 20,000 long skirts out to every district in the country to give out to all the women that the police has found wearing certain types of jeans. So they can change.
Let me
And wear the
just
skirts
say
instead.
that you've got like a bigoted, dumb-assed man, okay, telling a woman he doesn't even know how to dress. You
The
know,
thing is, you know
what
what
a
I think.
complete, like,
What
I
I
would-
think about this? The more you suppress something, the
Yeah.
easier it will get exploded.
So that's the skirt. There are a few women who came out, not a few, I'm pretty sure it's probably a lot because once again, this is the religious kind of thing and it's go down to tradition. So it's
Yeah.
something very sensitive and it's go way back when.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people are saying that, well, if you're Muslim woman, you should know how to dress.
course.
You're not allowed to do this, blah, blah,
But
blah.
I respect all of that, and even some of my background has these types of like religion background
So-
in my heritage. But what I'm trying to say here is that it'd be like, say, you know, we're turning back the clock to the 60s and the 50s of discrimination of women. Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is that men are implementing. Why, if
Right,
a
right.
woman, like maybe why do they get female officers, which they don't really have anyway, because it's also another sort of stupid clause law thing.
True.
This is the thing that shits me, is I think to myself, men that have no style anyway on these levels, seriously, no style, like myself.
No, you got the style.
You know, like seriously telling women who have been sort of blocked on so many levels, now they can't wear tight pants.
But
It's
that's
just
the
ridiculous.
thing. That's just about this law is they don't concern about fashion.
Yeah.
They don't think
more
about
like-
how look or how bad it's gonna look. They just don't want this woman to show figure.
I understand
and
that.
think about it.
Yeah.
Person who come up with
Yeah.
this law, it's mean whatever he see, it's
Yeah.
arouse him probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I understand too. I mean, like, you know, it's a sort of a sort
So
of.
now it will arouse even more if he see even something tiny, a little bit.
My
that's good.
attitude is, if it's going to be implemented for women, it should be done by women.
Right.
Point blank.
Or they should have a choice.
If
to-
it's such an issue for women, it should be done by women then. Having some dumb ass guy, that really annoys me.
There's one Muslim woman who said that from my position, this is quote,
Yes.
from my perception, law like this, like the tight pants
Yeah.
ban, do not need to be raised by the Sharia police.
yeah.
And she said, or the other authorities, but it should be the decision of a Muslim to wear proper clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's politically
And sadly, it's said that after August, the police will begin punishing the offenders with up to a week in prison.
Yeah.
If you do not put on.
Do they say anything about tourists? If I just go to Indonesia and wear
That's the thing.
tight
If
pants,
it's Sharia law,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it's only applied for the Muslims.
Yeah. I actually think a while ago, seriously, I think because Malaysia's also a potential, like, I think 90% Muslim community, they actually had a law that was even for foreign, this is a long time ago, that even if like you being Thai girls went over there and sort of wore very sort of like, you know, pretty outrageous clothing, revealing, you would actually get in trouble also, do you know what I mean? And I do understand that to a point. If it's already known, do you know what I mean?
Right.
But the thing is, at the same time, it should be implemented by women.
No, what is the need that you need to? What is it to do with suppressing that much? I don't know, regulation, limitation, the rights of.
And half of them are wearing like the sort of Punjabi suit style anyway, like the shirt that goes almost to the knees. So you can only, like that woman we just saw there, you actually can see her tight sort of like calf area,
just the calf
which wasn't
area.
that tight anyway.
What is that to fix anything? I'm thinking, what is that not wearing?
I think it's more. I'm pretty sure they were thinking like tradition, religious kind of thing. Like that's what they have in mind. And I can see that. Like if you go to other country, you have to study where you're going to. Like in Thailand, if people go to the temple and wearing like hot pants, I will get offended too.
Of course,
like you have to learn the rules and regulations before you go to that country.
No,
but in this case,
exactly, it's silly. And also too, I mean, ironically, Indonesia gets a lot of its stuff from Thailand, China, Thailand, to there, and the fashion now it's just this is 2010. So they're trying to make it go back to like the 50s and 60s.
It's hard. I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard for the younger generation to try to understand and accept this law.
Well, I hope the younger generation do this. Because I'm telling you, I am like...
Well, you know, but then that's up to them, right?
I just really get angry about this.
But then that's up to them to actually do it.
This is a problem of the country that it's a developing country when they're going to come out with some law. It's just it's just the people in the parliament that just like vote for some certain law. It's not like putting out for all the country or for everyone that have the right to vote to just vote or voice some opinion. This is a problem of developing country. The same thing that when they're going to come out with some law in Thailand, most of the time they just go through the parliamentary system. They don't really ask general public what general public thinks.
But I mean, for instance, just say the outcry. I mean, it would never happen here, thank God. But just say, you know, like some high monk here said, well, Buddha said that women can't wear tight pants because Buddha blah blah blah. People just say piss off. Do you know what I mean?
Because Buddha didn't say that.
But I'm saying even if that was the case, do you know what I mean? People would say, huh? You know, like religion, I understand and I respect, especially Muslim religion. I really respect this because I've lived in many Muslim countries before and been educated in such places like Turkey, for instance, like in Istanbul. And I understand all that. But in this day and age, you know, you don't give like a cake and then you take it back. Do you know what I mean? Like in this
you already opened the door.
You know, it's so...
That's why I think it's going to be very hard. But again, like we said, if something going to happen and something going to be changed, it has to come from the women and the younger generation in that country itself. And if the like us going in imposing our ideas, then it's just like what the other Western country did to our country,
it's so
right? So it's the same thing.
That's
it's
true.
just.
Did you say it's only this law only used with the Muslim person?
I believe so. I can't say for sure because it's called Islamic Sharia law.
If that's the case, if let's say I'm Muslim but I wear pants and I can just say I'm not Muslim, right?
Yeah, well, if you have
the
veil
is if you actually
and everything.
There's Muslims that not wearing veil.
Well, if the Muslim, if you don't wear the full veil, then you can just say that you're not.
Lie, but you wouldn't do that if you're an Islamic woman. You would not lie because that's
exactly,
one of the
and you're not going to have
punishable than wearing the pants. You know, you
scarf. And think about it. All this time before they start throwing people in prison, all these police were going around with a big bag of skirt.
Yeah.
Everywhere with them, just handheld skirt.
You know, seriously.
So,
I don't know. It's just an interesting law.
What makes, I just want to quickly say, we should go into break, but I just want to say, what makes me angry about this is I remember being in Saudi Arabia when I was younger, and I watched 2 women be stoned to death. Okay?
Yeah.
And because of something really insignificant. And I watched these ladies die in front of me and my family, and I was just like, nah.
Yeah, they say that in
you know,
the previous local parliament also passed a controversial law in September allowing the adulterers to be stoned to death.
Yeah.
So it's a strong, opinionated countries,
Exactly.
I guess.
Anyway, before I strangle myself,
I will strangle him first.